Alright, chat. New year, new me, new Ganondorf matchup chart. All the tiers are already made. This is Mr. Cheeks himself, otherwise known as Ganondorf, otherwise known as the single worst character in the game, not even close to anyone else. This right here is basically what the closest you'll get to a +1 for Ganondorf. A rare Ganondorf W. Even. An even matchup. It means you need to reconsider your character if you're either one of these two tiers. -1? I guess it's doable. Right? But you gotta clutch up. -2? You're leaning forward in your seat, you're taking it seriously. There is no fun to be had, there's no risks to be taken. This is strictly business, we're here to win. -5, you gotta quit the game. You gotta... Bracket's over for you. Go home. Starting off the list strong, we got Pyra and Mythra. Pyra's like an even matchup -1. Pyra's not bad. She hits just as hard as you. She has more range than you. She has a worse recovery than you, kind of. Not really, because she has Mythra and an infinite air dodge, you know? However, Mythra exists. That's the first one of the night. It's a -5. Mythra can go through her entire moveset and outframed at it your fastest move. Every single one of Mythra's moves outspeed anything you can consider doing. Rob is not a -5 because Rob is a fellow big fella. He is, if he's not going high, you can exploit his recovery. He's big and he's slow in the air. You're gonna lose, yeah, but you might be able to get a stock, which is kind of huge. Because how slow and vulnerable he is in the air, you can edge guard him, but at the same time, Rob is not gonna let you do that. Rob's gonna go high every time. So you just gotta cover the options and eventually just keep on hitting him off stage until he runs out of fuel. That's all you can really do. Assuming you can get in and close the gap. In reality, not the case. But like, I don't think it's as bad as Mythra, because Mythra you can't play the game against. Rob you can get a combo in. You can slap him around for a bit. Steve, also not a -5. Because all of your moves hit really, really hard. They can shred all of Steve's blocks, no problem. Obviously, Steve's going to be licking his lips when he sees you on a screen. And they're going to do so many setups you've never even seen before. But what makes Steve more doable is the fact that, like, you can just try to nair, not let him get close. His grab outranges your nair, so be careful. But again, at least you're not being invalidated on the character select screen, because Mythra can run circles around you no problem. Steve, at least you know he's going to be sitting there waiting for you on the other side of the stage when you eventually get through his blocks. Joker, okay, we're starting off strong with all the top tiers. This is great, this is awesome. Joker could very well be a -5, because Joker is the same thing as Pyra Mythra. He's got amazing frame data, but he hits just as hard as you. So that's cool. Ultimately, this matchup just comes down to the fact that down gun exists. The fact that Joker can just snipe you out of your aerial momentum when you're off stage is just... It all comes down to that. If Joker didn't have gun, it'd be right here. But gun truly does make it impossible for you to play the game. Roy, okay. Roy has also amazing frame data, and he hits just as hard as you. Seeing a pattern here? But Roy ultimately isn't one of these two, because I feel like Roy is easier to edge guard for, because Roy has less options in the air than Aegis do. Aegis has foresight, has the ability to switch in between which girly pop you want to use. But like Roy does not have such a tool. He is B reverse side B, sure, but Roy has a much more predictable recovery than Aegis does. So because of that, you can try to up air or nair him and get him off stage. You're not touching the ground. You're not landing on the ground this game. You're not getting close. She outframed it as you. She catches your your ledge grab every time. Actually, I don't know if that's true. She catches your ledge grab because you have the best ledge hang in the game. I just know that she's going to try to. And that's going to be hard. Palutena has good projectiles to keep you away. Has amazing up air and nair to keep you in the air and not let you land. Invincible back air to contest all of your moves that you threw out. You threw out like an up smash because she's landing. Nope, she's going to back air right through it. Because she needs it. She needs a fully invincible back air. Oh, you're spacing your down tilt against her? Dash attack. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. Pikachu, alright, quit the game. Pikachu just throws out multiple hits. And you have to time it just right. You have to figure out, is Pikachu going to cross me up? Is Pikachu not going to cross me up? You can't jab Pikachu. You can't forward tilt Pikachu. I'm pretty sure in some animations you can't even grab Pikachu. You're going to get edge guarded like crazy from a zero commitment option being T-Jolt. You're going to get back aired at 0, lose your stock. It's ultimately just coming down to like the fact that you're getting better charactered. Can't edge guard Pikachu. Can't ledge trap Pikachu. You can't deny Pikachu from landing on stage. Pikachu is so far the hardest matchup on this list. Wolf. -1. Wolf has a transcendent projectile, which is annoying. But it has similar range to you with his claws, but you ultimately can edge guard him. As long as you're threatening the risk of down airing the side B, just that way to prevent them from wanting to side B and being able to two-frame them with a down air, if you're confident enough. And baiting out an up B, which you can punish much easier. Ultimately, if it's a good Wolf player, they're just going to ledge snap side B, so you're not going to get the chance to do any of that. But because of how Wolf's recovery works, a nice up air at like 80-90% is going to take out Wolf. So you just got to be careful not to get better charactered. And don't fall victim to the Wolf mind games. Just don't respect Wolf. Slap him around. Cloud, similar situation, but Cloud is a similar recovery to Wolf in the sense that, is he going to go high, or is he going to just up B, climb hazard, or is he going to charge limit, get a jail free card? Ultimately, I think Cloud is harder for Ganon than Wolf is, but Cloud is much easier to cheese Cloud out with a frame trap or something like that at ledge. You just have to abuse like your jabs and forward tilt, sending at gross angles, trying to take his stocks out early before he can get too much value at a limit, and just holding a lot of shield. You just gotta shield camp Cloud as Ganondorf, because the grabs Cloud can get isn't gonna do too much to you, because you're a big fella, you can eat it. And as long as you don't get yourself cheesed by a nair, you should be good. Fox, dude. Fox is bad. Is Fox -5? Fox is Mythra, but a dog. That's really all it is. Fox just runs around you, mashes his entire moveset on you. You can't do anything. I'm going to put Fox -2 because at the end of the day, you can cheese Fox's recovery. You can go off stage against Fox for free. You can beat out his side B with up air. You can just stomp his up B. But at the end of the day, it's still Fox. You're gonna be taking 80 because you existed. Like it's bad. It's bad. Pac-Man is more doable. I'll put Pac-Man -1 because you can. It's rough because Pac-Man can fair train you to the blast zone, and if you don't escape that, if you don't DI it right and you get caught in that, your stock's gone. But for the most part, if you just like shield camp Pac-Man and don't let him get his jank down, you can beat Hydrant out for free every time. All of your moves beat Hydrant. If you can play around, if you catch bonus fruit, you can just play around your command grabs, so you can't shield camp you back. And you can do a lot of shield pressure for free. With like if Pac-Man's too close to Hydrant and you down B his shield, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much just a guaranteed shield break because of the Hydrant flying at the shield doing extra shield damage and the Wizard's Foot stomp, the aerial Wizard's Foot breaking shield. I'm pretty sure that's a shield break setup almost every time if he's close enough to the Hydrant. So I think you can get a lot out of that. You can beat out Pac-Man side B every day of the week. And if Pac-Man is deep enough into the blast zone because he's respecting the fact that you can challenge his recovery, then you can always either try to get the stomp on the up B or cheese the up B out of him. I don't know, I just don't feel like I personally struggle against Pac-Man, so I don't think it's a -5, and I'm leaning towards -1. Like, Pac-Man has better frame data than you, Pac-Man can camp you out, but you can use his stuff against him really well if you just play around that. So it could be even, but I think that's just my bias, because I think I don't lose to Pac-Man. Sonic, yeah, there's just not much to say. At the end of the day, Sonic is a light character that you should be able to get one clean hit on and put through the blender, because unlike Pikachu, Sonic isn't able to throw projectiles at you. He has to wait for you to make a mistake. So if you just don't make a mistake, it's only a -2. If you're making mistakes, yeah, it's a -5. But just don't make mistakes. Play like me. Similarly, Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong, don't make a mistake, and you should be good. By good, I mean -2. You won't be able to do much against Banana. You won't be able to take Banana from him because he's able to throw it across the stage and pick it up before you're even close to him. Before you're even on his half of the stage. Like, you don't even get the chance to challenge him for it. You can't really edge guard Diddy Kong because his barrels travel too fast, and he can recover from anywhere on the screen. You're not able to play against the game against Diddy Kong. You can't recover against Diddy Kong. You can't throw out hitboxes against Diddy Kong. But Diddy Kong has to work hard. These characters don't have to work hard. So Diddy Kong is more susceptible to making a mistake that you can take his stock at like 60% where you down smash his ledge roll or something like that. Like, that's the only thing you have going in this matchup, is hoping that Diddy Kong makes one mistake and you can take a stock for it. PT, that is a beautiful question. So Squirtle is a featherweight. Squirtle's gonna like combo you to 120 for free. But Squirtle is still like, what, the third lightest character in the game? Tied with Game & Watch. So they can't stay Squirtle for long, because at any point you can get a fair in and take their stock at 50 at ledge. Like, they can't stay Squirtle for long if you get a couple hits in. But realistically, they shouldn't want to be Squirtle for that long, because Ivysaur denies you of everything you want to do as Ganondorf. You know, approach from above and get a nice aerial in. Oh no, big old vines everywhere, big old flower blossoms, stomping out the King of Evil, preventing you from recovering with down air, being able to just annoy you with projectiles, walling you out with vine whips and stuff like that, or whatever fair is called. It's rough. And then Zard comes out, and then it's a closer to an even matchup. But for the most part, it's not a pleasant battle. You're always able to threaten their stocks early, which is good, because Ivysaur players love playing by the ledge, because they think that their up B through the stage is going to work every time, as if we haven't seen it since the game first came out. So you just got to be ready for them to choose an option from ledge and then punish it. If they jump from ledge, up air. If they roll from ledge, down smash, and you can take their stocks wildly early. Don't don't respect Charizard because Charizard isn't a complete heavy, right? He doesn't have all the tools a heavy has to truly annihilate stocks as early as you can, so just don't respect him. But do respect his out-of-shield game. That's about it. Like just poke at Zard with forward tilts, because that's what he wants to do. He's gonna be playing around that range. Just poke at Zard. Just poke Zard. That'll work. Kazuya. I don't think it's horrendous, believe it or not. I've taken games off of, I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's possible. You can edgeguard Kazuya really easily. You can if you just keep on naring Kazuya, you could be good. You have to remember that Electric Wind Godfist doesn't care about your nair. So you have to be ready to like fade back. Mix up your DI constantly. You know, basic Kazuya matchup knowledge. Be mixing up your DI. Don't let yourself get caught by things you don't deserve to be caught by. It's bad. It's bad. But I'm biased again, and I'm letting it show because I don't think Kazuya is going to obliterate you as quickly as you think he would. This is a rare instance. I tell you all the time, don't respect Wolf. Don't respect Cloud. Don't respect Pac-Man. Don't respect Sonic. Don't respect Steve. No. You gotta respect Kazuya. Kazuya is a character for me. I'll give it up. I respect Kazuya. I have to. Because that one move is better than Ganondorf as a character. Electric Wind Godfist will take your stock at 0 if you aren't mixing up your options in your DI. So just constantly be ready to wiggle your stick around like a madman. And just try to beat him up with back air. Just back air, shield, run away. Back air, shield, run away. And once they start trying to like follow your cycles like you're a raid boss in like an Elder Scrolls game, just start mixing it up. Play crazy, but not wildly irrational where you start getting Electric Wind Godfisted for something you don't deserve to be. Mr. Game Watch has a hard time taking stocks. However, your Ganondorf, you're going to get back at 30 and lose your stock. He could be down here, but he is a featherweight. So if you just throw out kill moves at orange percents, you should be fine. Min could be a -5 because realistically you should never be able to get in on Min. But at the end of the day, you have Nair to clank with each of her arms. So if they're just mashing your arms and you can just use Nair to approach. Rising air dodges are strong, and you can edgeguard her. Throwing out Nair against a tether recovery is typically going to be efficient. Yeah, it'll be efficient. I'm not going to disagree with you if you put Min here. But again, I have Min and bias. I think it's doable. By doable, I mean -2. Wario can hit you once really hard, like you hit. But for the most part, he just kind of out-framed you. Gets a cheesy down air on you. Floats around you for free. It's bad, but he doesn't abuse you like other characters do. Super Mario. His -5. Nope. No questions asked. It's maybe not -5. It's a -5 if you're on Battlefield. Other than that, maybe a -2. Mario has Fireball, which is annoying. Has up air. Frame -2 up air, so it's out before the game even starts. A good out of shield game. Combos for days. Frame traps for days. He is good get off me tools with Nair. Has a better recovery than he needs. Despite being Jumpman, I still think it should be worse. He also has Flood and Cape, which are just two tools designed for a character like Ganon to prevent them prevent him from ever seeing the stage again. So Mario is brutal. I think even without Battlefield, it's still horrendous. Actually, I'm putting him there. I think Samus is worse for Ganon than Min Min is, because Min Min gets cheesed. Min Min has a hard time recovering. Samus does not. Samus, low profiles and high profiles, she just turns herself invisible with down B. And leaving a bomb there, where you thought she would be. You can't use your very limited approach tools because she outranges them all with Zair and her projectiles. Her grab beats out everything you want to do. It outranges your gigantic sword. So tough luck. And she's a heavy, so you have a hard time even closing out her stock sometimes. Unlike ZSS, despite having mobility and really good combo game, which is like the similar things, you'll notice that most of these characters have really strong combo game and pretty good mobility. But ZSS doesn't have a Thunder Jolt, doesn't have a Down Gun, doesn't have a Palutena Nair, doesn't have a Mythra. So she pretty much just has to out-frame data you and better player you. But it's pretty easy because she is still a better character at the end of the day. But you have the ability to knock her out of her down B if she's using it recklessly. You can't really cheese her. You can't really edgeguard her either. But you've got to be able to fish for trades, because you're going to essentially be winning those interactions. Because if she hits, she has to work really hard to close out your stock if you're playing really defensively. Just make sure you ledge jump to not get caught by most of her stuff, except for like a back air. Just be careful of back air at ledge. And you should realistically live for a good while. Don't do anything reckless on her shield, just swat her out of the air when you get the chance to. Take trades when you can. Lucina is not that bad. Lucina doesn't have anything oppressive in the matchup. She doesn't, even ZSS has Zair, which is pretty oppressive. But Lucina doesn't have anything egregious, aside from just having a sword. You ultimately have crazy things to work with of your own, being able to, up air her at 40, and now she's in a dire situation where she has to wonder if she DI'd the correct situation, if she DI'd the proper direction. Daisy could be, she's a skin. Daisy's better, but we'll put her in skin for now. Snake is tough because Snake is a broken character. But if you just grab Snake, you should be good. It's not that bad if you just constantly are playing around grabbing Snake. Snake can't pull grenades on you, because if Snake pulls a nade and you hit him for it, he's not only eating the explosion, but he's eating a 30% move, like an up air from Ganon. That does a lot of damage. And it's not a favorable trade for him, especially since you're heavier. You're gonna live more trades. He hits really hard as well, but he doesn't hit hard enough to be cheesing out your stock. You have to be able to deal with Snake at ledge. Up smash is broken against you. Down tilt puts in a lot of work. Nikita is broken against Ganon. But if you just keep on grabbing Snake, you shouldn't have an unpleasant time. You just can't go for forward tilts too often. Snake is also going to recover high against Ganon every single day of the week. So you just got to hold center stage against Snake and fish for grabs. That's about it. Side Bs are a good tool in this matchup because you have armor when you land a grab. So even if you get hit by an up smash, you should most of the time have the armor to tank it, or a grenade. Olimar is rough because this just slows. When Olimar is Pikmin on you, your frame data gets worse. Whether it be from the hit stun, from hitting the Pikmin, or what, Olimar is going to just be able to throw his little blue collar workers at you, and you have to you have to fight them off while you're trying to chase him down. It's bad, but again, it's hard to say that he's down here because it's still a featherweight. Still a featherweight. Chrom is a lot easier than Roy. I'll put him here because Chrom has a much more exploitable recovery than Roy does. And that's what's preventing Chrom from being a better character than he is. He has better moves all around, and he's able to just mash on you. But all of your moves send Chrom at a gross angle, and you should be able to cheese his recovery every single time. But because it's still Chrom, who is still Roy, you're still going to struggle landing a hit because he's going to outframe to you, he's going to outrange you, he's going to better movement you. It's going to be rough. Shulk has similar range to you, better range than you, better movement than you, better shield pressure than you, better kill power than you, better recovery than you, and somehow better frame data, despite Shulk being so wildly slow. So basically, Shulk is just a better Ganondorf in every way, but what Shulk doesn't have is that he has no sauce, therefore it's a rare Ganondorf W. But realistically, it's only a -1 because you can use all of his resources against him just as easily as he can use them against you. When he's in Smash Art, you can take his stock at 0. When he's in Buster Art, you can do 40 to him with a Nair. Terry is a weird one, right? Terry, Bogard. Big, strong fella. He hits hard when he's at 100%. But what's interesting about Terry is that if you're playing properly as Ganondorf, your opponent should have lived to 100%. I don't think Terry is that bad. He's got better frame data than you. He's got better moves than you. Better recovery. More options, yes. But only one of his recovery tools are truly safe for him to use, and that's up B. But even then, Terry has a hard time grabbing ledge. So you can cheese him out before he gets his go sauce. You should be able to keep the game closer than it should. Mii Brawler is a cheater character though. Not only is he Mario and Fox, but you also don't even know what moves he has. So you never truly can play around what he has because you don't know. I think -5 is extreme, but I just don't like the Mii's. Mii's shouldn't exist in this game. Playing against Falcon as Ganondorf is like playing a Ditto with someone, but your opponent has spirits on and you don't. Falcon is you with better moves, better mobility, and true combos into knee. And you're a big fella who can't recover. So Captain Falcon players are going to feel so good about themselves when they edge guard you, or they hit you with true combos that they practice in the lab for 3 hours a day. And then they're gonna clip it and act like they're so cool, sending it to everyone they know. But in reality, everyone they know is their mother and their grandmother. Anyways, ultimately, I would put Falcon here not because he's a hard matchup, but because he's annoying to face and ruins my day when I see him on my screen. But right here, I'll put him right here because he's faster than you. He runs circles around you. He can mash on your shield, and you can't do the same because he has a better up B than you. Because he needs it. Sephiroth hits just as hard as you. Has better range than you. Has a comeback mechanic and a better recovery than you. Similar frame data, but he has projectiles, and you don't. He's light, though. But it's not too often you're going to get too close to him to get a chance. You know what? That's not true. I feel like he has enough end lag. I'm pretty sure you can down B on reaction to the end of his forward tilt, and if you're at a proper range, you can hit him with that and close the gap. Yeah, not too sure. I don't get to play against Sephiroth too often, but I just know Sephiroth isn't too good, so you might be able to. It might be a -1. Greninja though, Greninja's hard because not only is Greninja a high jumper, he can just dance around your up airs and stuff like that for free. But he's so agile. Greninja just kind of And Greninja doesn't have to approach you. Greninja has a good projectile to poke at you and annoy you and make you want to approach, only for you to get dash attacked. For even trying. Yeah, Greninja just has... Greninja's like the least oppressive -5 here. But I do think Greninja's harder than a character like Sonic, because Greninja is built to combo you forever and ever and ever. Like Fox, but Greninja just... You can't edgeguard Greninja like you can Fox. Greninja's a counter, so you can't hastily swing into Greninja. Even if it's not a great counter, but you just have to respect the fact that you can get spiked and sent straight downwards. Or or even like into the blast zone. Like you can't get too greedy against Greninja. Like that's what makes Greninja harder than Fox and more present than Sonic. Because Greninja actually has the combo game from 0 to 100. Like ZSS doesn't have that. Mii Brawler has that. But Mii Brawler doesn't have a recovery like Greninja. Oh, well, Flip Kick exists. I don't know. I just don't think that Mii Brawler is -5. I might revisit that later. We'll come back to this and we'll make it look a little neater. Hero is tough because Hero hits just as hard as you. Guys, you can say it with me. Hero hits just as hard as you, has a better recovery than you, has so many more tools than you, beyond just unbelievable amount of options. But Hero isn't too bad because Hero needs a lot of mana to recover. And just by throwing out lingering nairs like that, you can do a good job of just stopping him from recovering a lot of times and draining his mana. But you will have to deal with the fact that he'll get zoomed sometimes, you know? He'll get zoomed sometimes and you lose stage control because you can't get back to center stage fast enough and now you're in disadvantage. Dude, Yink? Alright, canon matchup. You lose it. It's bad. You lose it. You're gonna get zoned like crazy. You're gonna get better frame baited. Young Link has better movement than you, better tools than you. You're approaching from the top. Okay, up air. Oh, bomb, boomerang. All right, fire arrow. Oh, you're on a platform. Fire arrow, boomerang, bomb, forward arrow. Dude, did you see that? That was so cool. I just clipped Ganondorf. Dude, no. Like you can, like Young Link's B moves very fast. Like jarringly fast, so you have to account for that because like the muscle memory against the other Links, you're used to how slow they move. Even Sora's up B isn't that fast. Young Link starts ascending instantly, so you just have to be ready to spike that when you get the chance to. But if he's not going to give you the chance, he's a Zaire. Oh wait, chat, you won't believe it, chat, you won't believe it. First winning matchup. Ganondorf's whole thing is that he takes stocks early. Bowser's whole thing is that he lives a really long time. So it's a very interesting matchup. It's a very fun matchup. I can't even lie. But here's the thing. Ganondorf gets away with it more than Bowser does. Bowser does have ways to cheese Ganon out, yes. Bowser has Flame Breath at ledge. Bowser has up at a shield and a command grab. But at the end of the day, Bowser can't do his main thing, which is living forever against Ganondorf. Ganondorf is taking his stocks as if it's like a normal matchup between two characters. Ganondorf turns Bowser into a nobody. Bowser's supposed to live till 600%, no question. Bowser's comfortable in sudden death because of how heavy he is. Ganondorf changes that. Bowser is faster, yes. Better frame data, yes. Similar range, sure. Yeah. Forward tilt is a lot harder. Bowser forward tilt is a lot harder to hit on Ganondorf because Ganondorf's ledge hang is so good. It's really hard to 2-frame because of that. So the Bowser players have to work really hard. Bowser's up B is one of the easiest things to beat because you can just use down B against that, and because it hits you for nothing, you don't go in, you trade out with it. But if you land the spike hitbox, you beat it out. So you live. Ganondorf lives. Bowser gets spiked. My favorite thing to do is, unironically, a Warlock Punch because of the angle of Bowser. I know it's crazy, but it works once in a blue moon, and it's fun. I go for it genuinely in the matchup. Bowser's only scary thing in this matchup is forward air, it covers so much and it goes so far that if a Bowser just flies off and forward airs, that could just be your stock. But ultimately, you have the tools to box with Bowser better than other characters can, because you scare Bowser. Ganondorf is a scary character for Bowser because you hit him harder than he can hit you. So you should be in control of the stage most often. One grab on Bowser is going to do, like, he's going to be put through the blender for like 60% if you do your up airs. Or you can do a raw back air, and then you just kind of like edge guard him, take his stock way too early. Back to losing matchups, we got Luigi Mishima. Luigi's a lot harder than Kazuya because you can't edge guard Kazuya. You can't edge guard Luigi like you can Kazuya. Because the risk of misfire is just too strong. You can get gimped by the weak hit of up B. Weak hit up B is more scary to Ganondorf than strong up B when you're edge guarding, because of the fact that you might just lose all your momentum. It's like a Joker gun, but it's unintentional. So you're huge. You're huge. You're slow. Luigi sees you. Luigi licked his lips. Both of the Mario brothers they get to combo you for free. The only good Sora I've ever played against. Okay, that's demeaning. I've only played against one Sora that I could think of as Ganon, and it was Mars during an Iron Man, and I got humbled. I was being mashed on. Took him to, like, I was trying my best. I felt like I was playing good, and I still, like, Sora just nares, and you fall asleep. You wake up, he's still naring you. He's a neutral B that prevents you from, one, doing anything. The fire prevents you from doing anything. The thunder prevents you from jumping. And the freeze prevents you from, having a controller that works because of how hard you have to mash to get out. A counter that can hit you despite your recovery being in a command grab, because of the ending hitbox, if the hitbox comes out. So you can't hold down when you're up being as Ganondorf into this matchup, because he can counter it. Sora, who does that counter, is crazy for doing that in the first place, but if they do, there you go, bye-bye. But it's hard to win air-to-airs against Sora because of the fact that he has a sword, and that sword lets him nair loop you like crazy. And then you have to fight him on the ground, but that's just where he can dash attack you and down tilt you. Like, it's not fun. It's probably not that bad, but I see Sora on my screen and my day's ruined, so I'm gonna put him there. Yoshi is interesting because Yoshi better frame data. Yoshi, I've been saying it this whole time. Better frame data, better moves, everything about that. But Yoshi armor gets broken really early against Ganondorf. So if you can, in your moves, all of your moves beat egg. So when he throws egg at you to like prevent you from tempering with his recovery, you just kind of keep throwing out hitboxes. Yoshi cannot. Yoshi has to play very defensive against you as Ganon when recovering. Yoshi in disadvantage is unironically terrified, but Yoshi in advantage state is roles are reversed. Yoshi up air takes you to the moon. Oh, you air dodge. Now you're getting down aired. Okay, bye bye. Yoshi has similarly good shield pressure as you in the form of down B, but you don't have to worry too much about that because you can just move or spot dodge it. Like a command grab, better movement. Yoshi's gonna be drifting through the air, like Santa dropping off presents in the sky. Like, you have to like figure out which chimney he's gonna land on and punish accordingly. But at the end of the day, Yoshi without a double jump is totally doable. You can cheese Yoshi really early if you get a good up air, and like, I'm pretty sure it's like 50. You start breaking Yoshi armor with up air. So just keep that in mind and punish the dinosaur accordingly. Ness, all right, Ness, here we go. Fun times, yo-yo at ledge. Bayonetta, all right. You are off stage against Bayonetta. You get hit by Bayonetta, you're taking 80%, and Bayonetta usually can't kill, but you can't cover, so she's just gonna take you off stage. Bye-bye. Bye, Ganon. Bye! For one Sheik combo, you can get a back air and the game's even, so it's not that bad. You take Sheik stocks way too early for her to be, for her to truly feel safe. But she constantly has like a free, like Sheik Ganon is a playground. Call me crazy, it's like a -1. I was gonna say even, but I know that's crazy. -1 is, it's just because like you get that one hit. You fish for trades in this matchup. You mash back air. You mash your nair. You up air like crazy. You don't use forward air. Your forward air is going to get called out by forward tilt every time. Or another forward air. In this matchup, Ken and Ryu aren't different enough to me to give them each their own thing. Also, I just don't know what Ken and Ryu do. I don't play against them enough to truly tell you if they're... what makes them unique in this matchup. I just know that you can bully them off stage. Use a lot of nair in this matchup because focus exists, so you need a multi-hit, and all you really have is nair. That's about it. Jab and forward tilt do good. It outranges them. But they're not going to be approaching unless they have a coconuts in front of them. So just nair it. You should win that if you get the tipper nair. Okay. Wolf is a -1. Fox is a -2. Falco might be a -5. Getting hit by a Falco side B is a lot scarier than a Fox side B. Fox side B puts you back on stage. Falco's sends you down. And typically you're trying to hit Falco side B from below with an up air as Ganon. Because you can't forward tilt it. You really can't do anything with the down tilt unless they're at high percents. You pretty much have to hit it from below it with an up air. But not only does Falco double jump just go so high, you can, like, Ganon double jump doesn't reach it nearly as high as one Falco full hop. So you just have to simply approach him from below, bait him out to jump side B, and hope that you don't get hit. It's not a bad idea to go for a trade with your up B into Falco side B, or Falco up B, because of the armor on it. It should beat up both. But if janky hitboxes, how they work with Ganon, he always loses them. He always loses the janky hitbox battle unless he's against Mewtwo. So you should pray when you go for the up B on his recovery, but if you don't, you might lose. He has laser. He can combo you at 80. And then you're just so big. You're just so big. He doesn't care. Falco doesn't have to respect you. What's nice about Falco is that he's light. He's on the lighter end. You can take his stocks relatively easily. But not easily enough to make it up -2. I truly do believe that this is the worst spacey. Incin might be only a -1 because all of your hard-hitting moves can fuel into a revenge. But just do a lot of grabs this matchup. You have good side B. If you can call out an aerial approach, you can up B it. But that's risky. I wouldn't recommend going for that too often. And then just a good grab game. And a really good nair. Nair beats out all of his aerial approaches. If he wants to fall in nair or landing fair, your nair just beats all that out. Nair doesn't care. Just don't let yourself get caught by a neutral B. Don't be greedy where you get neutral bead. And that's about it. I think you're safe from Incineroar down tilts. I think your ledge snap is pretty good. It's good enough to be... So it shouldn't be too bad. You outrange Incin, so just play smart. Don't get caught mashing. Alright, Inkling. Inkling has insane movement, insane frame data, insane edge guarding. She's a hard time taking stocks otherwise, so just play center stage. Don't leave center stage. And just know the booyah percents. Don't let yourself get caught. Is Ganon booyahable? I don't know. I don't play against Inkling enough. I just know how Inkling works and what she wants. Link is bad. Link is bad. It's young Link, but it's Link, so it's a little worse. Mega Man is annoying. Don't get annoyed. You have a chance. Wii Fit might be even. You just kind of slap her around. I don't think Wii Fit's that bad. She wants to play at ledge, but you're Ganondorf. You forward smash her skull, and therefore she is in the blast zone. I don't think Wii Fit is horrible. Because the way she plays her game, she wants you to come to her, where she can be like, oh, look at all those cool setups I can do. No, Ganondorf hits you. Ganondorf walks up forward, smashes you. Because you're playing recklessly at ledge, and he can play recklessly at ledge himself, because he has more stage control than you do. Do I know what I'm talking about? Do I play against enough Wii Fits to know? No! No! But I'm envisioning in my head right now, and until I see it going. And if you're a Wii Fit trainer, don't care. Mewtwo is a victim of his own jank as well, right? But at the end of the day, Mewtwo is better at everything than Ganondorf. He may be lighter, he may be bigger, but he still has a better recovery, better frame data, better moves, everything about that. So just fish for trades into Mewtwo and hope that you take a stock before he takes your stock. K-Roll is even. K-Roll has projectiles, sure, and they're rough, but if you can just bully him while after he throws out his Chrono Ring, you just kind of like use it against him, and you take his stock so early with it. The setups that you can do with it are just so free. Just Z-drop down air, like it really is as simple as that. That's all it takes. That applies to Rob too, but at the end of the day, Rob is still Rob. So Yep. And K-Roll also, I feel like it's easiest with, I generally feel like it's easiest with Ganon out of all characters I play. But spiking him through his up-B propeller is just so free with Ganon. Maybe I just play him too much so I feel like that. Corrin's bad. Corrin's bad. Rose is bad. Pichu's bad. You can't really hit Pichu with any of your moves. Everything I said about Pikachu is true. Like, Pichu's just too tiny to hit with most of your stuff. So you can't really, like, desperation forward tilt Pichu for being reckless. You have to throw out really, like, you can't, like, you can't nair Pichu either. He just doesn't care. He's too small. Pichu might be harder than Pikachu. Except for the fact that Pichu is just so light. No, Pikachu is back air. Yeah, Pikachu back air makes him way better. That's what's broken about him. Pichu's bad. Pichu's bad. Ike is an even matchup, simply because you can scrap with him. Your Nair can trade with his aerials, and that's favorable. That's good for you. You send him in a bad spot off stage, but you keep calling him out for his ledge options, right? Because you have a good down smash that prevents him from normal get up, roll get up, and if you space it right, get up attack. So then he has to jump. Just kidding, you back air him. That's what makes this, like, if you can't get off a ledge, Ganondorf has a pretty good time dealing with that. Because one clean read is all it takes. One good assumption, and your stock is gone. Ike has to pick an option between recovering high with side B or recovering low with side B, or recovering to a ledge with side B, because Ubby is just, Uppy's gonna get spiked every time. And Ike hits hard, sure, but you hit harder. So trades work well for you. If you just keep mashing. Just keep mashing! That's the main takeaway from this. Ices are Luigi, or Kazuya. They touch you once, you lose your stock. But if you just keep swinging, Nana's gonna get hit by stuff. So just keep swinging. Your Nair is gonna beat out a lot of their hitboxes. So just unga bunga and have a fun time. Tink is just as annoying as Young Link, but Young Link is just better suited to deal with Ganon than Toon Link is, because like Fire Arrow is just oppressive and annoying and everything. But Toon Link has a similar thing where he just moves around so much, it's hard to hit him. So you can make a case for -2 or -5, honestly. And I would say, okay, I believe you. But I'm gonna put him -2 because I feel like it. My video. Dark Pit and Pit are both hard characters. It's hard to tell you which one is better to get in because this one sends out a more annoying angle when you're trying to recover, but this one can hit you from wherever. And just losing your momentum, getting stuff out like that is rough. I think it's only -1 because Pit's just not a good character. Doesn't have a hitbox on his up B, so you can cheese a stock at 0. If you can call it the angle he's trying to recover at. Calling out a landing down B with side B is huge. Getting nared all the way off stage, like that's gonna happen. Just like day in the office for Ganon. Try not to let it happen. Mii Gunner. Probably right here. Tell my Mii Gunners watching this video, please stop. Lucas is less annoying than Ness because he doesn't have yo-yo at ledge, but he still has a lot of other tools to deal with you. But because he's not Ness, it's probably better. DDD, you win. DDD, you win against DDD. When DDD is using his ranged move, when he's using his hammer disjoints, it's mostly just like forward tilt or forward smash. Aside from aerials, right? But all his like normals on the ground. And those moves aren't going to take your stock for a good while. Forward tilt won't ever take your stock, but jab can if you DI poorly. You have to use his Gordo against him, and your jab is a really good way of dealing with it. You just got to remember your jab is frame 7, so play accordingly. Nair is good when you're closing space with it because if he's trying to grab it with side B again to throw it back at you, your Nair is going to hit it back at him, and then he's going to grab it, send it back at you, and you're going to Nair it. And then second hit Nair is going to hit it back at him, and he can't act yet, so it's very good. King DDD is going to be fishing for like up airs under the ledge, so just don't play at that distance. Wait for him, bait it out so that we can stomp his recovery. And if he goes up B high to threaten you, you're Ganondorf. You bagger him and his stock's gone at 90. Just know that DD has cheese of his own and he's going to try going for it, so just counter cheese. Ridley is even. Ridley has a lot of annoying tools, like having a multiple jump. Ridley wants to nair you off stage, sure, but you just call it out with an up air, force out a tech, and then once they're in lag, you can try up being them, and then you're back to stage. Just play very carefully when you're off stage. Don't respect them if they're gonna charge up neutral B. Just stand on the platform. Let them press the B button. They're gonna try like playing like a sortie against you, and you're gonna try playing against them like you're a cheeser. You're gonna send them off stage. You're just gonna nair their charge up of the up B. You're gonna go deep for it. You have to go deep for really edge guards. And if they side B you, just be ready to mash. Just always be ready to mash. It's a scary thing to happen, but you gotta know that they're gonna cancel that side B early, of course, because they have that and you don't. You Ganondorf, you do not have that option because of course you don't. And then you have to be ready. They're gonna nair, they're gonna fair. Just be ready to tech it or air dodge up, or I don't think your up air comes out sooner than their aerials do, or if you're actual first. I don't really know that. I don't play against Ridley's enough to know that. I just don't feel like Ridley's too hard of a time because Ridley's also light and big, and you can abuse that. Banjo and Kazooie, I don't know. I just don't think Banjo's good enough to have any janky cheese. Sure, he's gonna know you, but like you get in there, bye bye. I'll put him even actually. I'm feeling even. Duck Hunt might be worse though. Duck Hunt has just really good poking tools with the duck. and can slap you around a bit. And a lot more projectiles and setups that you have to respect when you get in. But Duck Hunt is the easiest edge out of the game. Slow up B. Just remember that Duck Hunt can up B and still be actionable with an aerial like Olimar can before going to Special Fall. Also being able to get a wall jump and an air dodge out. So just cover those options and punch accordingly. Mii Swordfighter is a cheater character. Zelda's a cheater character. Zelda's like really good at dealing with Ganon because she hits just as hard as Ganon. She hits just as hard as him. She's better framed than him. She has better recovery than him, and she has projectiles. She's bad. Zelda's actually really bad for Ganon because you have to jump over Phantom with your double jump, and that is so committal. You're getting up air now, and oh, your stock's got 70 because Zelda has stronger aerials than Ganondorf for some reason. All of Zelda's aerials hit like Knee of Justice. It's absurd. This is the most even matchup in the game. You can't change my mind. Jigglypuff edge guards you at 0. And you hit her, and her stock's gone at 0. Like, you guys are taking each other's stocks at white percent. You get a shield break on her. She gets a rust on you. You know, that's how it goes. Fun times. Dr. Mario is the Ganondorf of Mario to Falcon, you know, like does that make sense? Mario is Falcon and Dr. Mario is Ganondorf. So for that reason, it's a W. You could say even, that's fine with me, but Dr. Mario is very predictable recovery route, despite having a lot of options with down B and up B and just double jump and air dodge. Like he can mix up the options, sure, but your angles don't allow for him to mix it up too much because he has to go for distance every time because you send him so horizontal. Sure, he is better out of shield and frame data, and he hits you pretty hard, but you outrange him. Even if he has pill, your aerials beat it out. If you wanted to call Donkey Kong a -5 matchup, I'd say okay. I wouldn't call you crazy. I would say okay, sure. But at the end of the day, you can in fact just get a clean, easy down air on DK. Like, probably the easiest character in the game to spike, aside from Duck Hunt, because he's just so vulnerable on the top, and it's so predictable. They're going to try and up B into you every time, so just account for that. He's going to want to wall you out with a lot of his disjoints and range, just like that. So, and back air, you can beat back air with Nair. Just Nair. Lucario, you beat Lucario. That might be the easiest matchup for Ganondorf. You simply just don't let him get to high percent. So you can't. Lucario doesn't get Aura into Ganondorf. Bowser Jr. I don't think is bad. Bowser Jr. you hit so hard, and you do so much damage because you're hitting his head with your aerials a lot of the time. Sure, he has side B and stuff like that. And projectiles, I just don't think BJ's a bad time. I think it's even. I know this is probably like the hottest take of this, but I don't know, you just have so much range that he can't really swat at you. He can't really poke at you. Nair just does so much as matchup. Meta Knight's bad. Meta Knight's bad. If your percent is white, you lose your stock. If your percent is orange, you're getting edge guarded. You don't live to red percents against Meta Knight. Meta Knight, you can't edge guard Meta Knight because he has, 18 different ways to recover. And I can go to the stage, Meta Knight can go over the stage. Meta Knight has disjoints, landing options, poking tools, like Meta Knight has a grab. Meta Knight's small. Like, you can't with Meta Knight. You can't with Meta Knight. Glitter's annoying, but I think one good kick to the kid's face and it'll be all set. Mac is even because when Mac is touching the ground, he's winning. But when Mac isn't touching the ground, you're winning, you know? And it's about half the time in the game someone's not touching the ground. He's faster than you, has better frame data than you, he is a cheating move. But all your moves beat all of his options. I think the best way to edgeguard Mac, though, if you ask me, is just the same way you want to edgeguard Falco. with a reverse up B. That way, he can't counter on you. He's gonna try to counter you, thinking you're gonna fish for up air. You just up B it. Your up B armor should hold. You should still grab Little Mac before the side B hits you. Yeah, you should be good with an up B, but you know, you can always adapt as they will. Piranha Plant, I also think, is good for Ganon. Piranha Plant just doesn't really have anything you have to respect too much aside from Tui. But if Piranha Plant is pulling up a Tui, you should just side B and use your armor to choke them. Oftentimes, characters who have a situation where they get side B'd and Ganondorf gets hit, which doesn't happen too often because not many characters have items or tools that trade like that. And they always mess up the timing, the tech timing. So you can always just down tilt it or read their option, like with a down air fit to get up attack or something like that. You get a lot of value out of that. It's really helpful. Down throw against Piranha Plant is magical. Up air, high recovery, or just down airing it. You just gotta be careful sometimes because they're gonna recover against the stage, so you just gotta know when to nair and when not to nair. Kirby is even. Kirby's gonna be boxing with you a lot. And you're going to want to, you're just gonna want a footstool Kirby's recovery more than you're gonna want to down air it, because you want to save your jump. You don't want to double jump down air because Kirby has more freedom in the air than you do. So Kirby's gonna try to cheese you out. So you just gotta be ready for that. Kirby has amazing normals. So when you just gotta use a lot of dash attack, honestly. Try to cross Kirby up as much as possible and run through. Cross Kirby up and run through so that you don't get back aired. You don't want Kirby facing you ever. That way you get down tilted or forward aired. You always want to make Kirby players work harder for what they want to do. You never want to give it to them for free, because then they're gonna get a grab on you, forward throw you, and then forward air you, and then oh, you're off stage. Now you're getting down aired at 18%. Your stock's gone. Really? Wow. Isabelle actually is bad. Isabelle's really annoying. You have a lot of ways to deal with the bomb on the ground, but she also has so many ways to stop you from stopping her. Forward air and dash attack are just tools that can safely poke at you before you can ever dream about getting close. But once you're in, she's light. So you just hit her. Hit her a lot. Byleth hits just as hard as you do. She's got better range than you do, a better recovery than you do. She's down here. Is that everyone? Belmont. And Peach. Belmont and Peach. Okay, Belmont might be even, might be -1. There's a fellow bottom tier with you. I'll put him in even. They have to work really hard to recover. Dash attack puts in a lot of work in this matchup. You shield a forward tilt, dash attack. You just keep on dash attacking them. The Belmonts have a really hard time taking stocks, and they're not going to go off stage to edge guard you. So you just have to pretty much just respect Axe when it comes to taking a stock. SDI, every time you're in a holy water, if they're trying to SDI to the sides, if they're trying to up smash you, if they're trying to forward smash you, SDI up. Don't get hit by returning cross. They're going to down tilt you. It's going to put you in a bad spot. It's going to happen. Oh well. Robin as well. We got to rank Robin. Robin hits just as hard as you. But Robin has a really hard time taking stocks. And you're a heavyweight. So if you mash on Robin, and you should be good. You can beat Arcfire out with every single one of your moves. There's no reason to be getting hit by Arcfire. Just respect down smashes. But and down B, I suppose. They're gonna call you out for shielding. They're going to try zoning you out, but you're going to get that opening eventually, and once you're in, just keep on bullying her off stage. The only time Robin has a hitbox on her recovery is when you're below her. So don't edgeguard her from below, just be above her, calling her out with, trying to either stage spike her with reverse hit and air, up air, or naring her for, like, just trying kind of at a horizontal or diagonal approach. Up air, same thing, but nair I think just is better, hits harder. But if you're scared about them falling out of nair, if they're at a higher percent, up air's not a bad idea. Peach. It's bad. Peach is bad. It's Peach. Peach is a broken character. Top 5 character still. Okay, yeah, I got everyone. So let's go ahead and rank it. Worst matchup for Ganon. It's Pikachu. I think Palutena could be harder than Joker, but Joker still has gun, so it's hard to say. Sora, let's move Sora a little down. Let's move Meta Knight higher, above Samus. Yeah, okay, so this is 3-cat Pikachu, yep. If you want to put Sonic in -5, go for it, but I don't lose to Sonic players. That's why I'm considered the best in the world. Yep. True. Chat, like, and subscribe if you like Ganondorf.